Hey guys, it's Calabag. Welcome back to the Legion Timewalking Mage Tower videos. Today we're looking at the Demonology Warlock. As you can see, I got the armor set today. We're going to talk about consumables, talents, gear, and macros. All the normal things. Before we do that, please click the subscribe button down bottom if you get a chance. Give us a thumbs up if you're liking the video series. And let's go ahead and get to looking at the talents. So talents, we went with pretty much the normal build. We took Demonic Strength, fuse your Felguard with Demonic Strength, commanded to charge your target to unleash a Fellstorm that will deal 400% increased damage. So obviously that's a big AoE nuke. Very important through parts of the fight. Next we have Demonic Calling. Shadow Bolt and Demon Bolt have a 20% chance to make your next call. Dreadstalkers cost 2 fewer soul shards and have no cast time. So that's obviously super good. It means we're gonna not have to spend soul shards on those, so we can either spend it on Vile Fiend or the Grimoire Felguard, or on Gul'dan, Hand of Gul'dan. Demon Skin was our next talent, just for a little bit of survivability. Summon Vile Fiend was next, just summon Vile Fiend to fire for you for 15 seconds. Mortal Coil was our next ability, which is important to interrupt Sigrun's Blood of the Father. After that, we had Grimoire Felguard. You could probably also play Soul Conduit just to get more imps and stuff out. But Grimoire Felguard is a stun and also quite a bit of damage. Lastly, we took Demonic Consumption. Your demon commander now drains 15% of the life from your demon servants to empower itself. So it just makes our Demonic Tyrant even stronger. Alright, let's look at my awful gear. We did actually get the Heart of Azeroth and the Corruption Cloak on this character just because it was sitting in my bags. Excuse me. Weapon enchanted with Celestial Guidance. I have the Unbound Changeling and the Tome of Monstrous Constructs. This tome did almost nothing in damage. It did 2.5k damage. So definitely don't use that. There are much better options. I'm sure you guys will find them. Other than that, I don't even think all my gear was enchanted. It's not. So it can definitely make things a little bit easier with that. Next, we got consumables. Just haste food is what I used. Augment Rune, Flask, Drums, Potion of Intellect, and Shadow Core Oil. Don't think there's anything else you could get that would be useful there. And last thing we're going to discuss, macros. We made a Demonic Tyrant macro that has Demonic Tyrant and use Potion in it. We have a Mortal Coil focus macro and a Fear focus macro. Now, ideally you'll never use the Fear focus, but I went ahead and made it just in case, which I will put those in the comments. And with all that being said, let's now go take a look at the actual encounter itself. Alright guys, here we have the Demonology Warlock encounter. We're going to be doing some of the normal stuff as far as the Sigrun fight goes. By that I mean we're going to be AoEing them as much as we can. That way we can have stacked damage. Because they all share the same health bar, so stacking them up does help a lot. I am not a very good Demonology Warlock, but obviously some of the mechanics are the same for the entire encounter, as no matter what character you're doing it on. So we're going to interrupt runes here, stack him up with the other two. We're going to get all of our stuff out. We're going to pop all of our cooldowns right here in the beginning. Got a bunch of imps out. Got our Vile Fiend out. Got our second Felguard out. Got our Command Demon doing the Fellstorm. And looks like we got him down to about 86-87% with the first burst. Now we got to make sure we put Sigrun on focus because we're going to be using focus Death Coil macro. This macro lets us Death Coil Sigrun to interrupt her Blood of the Father. Anytime outside of that, we'll be AoEing as much as we can. Those demon bolts out. Gotta pay attention to the runes on the floor. Let your pets do their thing. There's Blood of the Father. Go ahead and Death Coil that. Okay. Get our damage stacked. Obviously, the axes always hurt. Get as much damage as we can going. We got Jarl at 67% currently. There are going to be times where we have to watch our Felguard for damage. He'll tank Jarl, but that does mean when Jarl is doing his enraged attack that he's sitting there face tanking the enraged damage. So we will have to watch for the for him to accidentally kill the Felguard. We're going to use our cooldown as much as we can, get as much damage out as possible. Keep all of our little damage coming out. Get a Shadow Fury off to stun the Blade Storm. You'll notice he does his Blade Storm at the same time Sigrun's doing the Blood of the Father. So we wait for the Blade Storm or the Blood of the Father to get down to where it's got 2 seconds left to cast, and then we stun. That way she doesn't get it, and we don't have to waste a Death Pool. Now you can also just immediately stun and Death Pool. The runes are out, so we're going to prioritize those. I should have went small rune first, but I didn't. I went to the largest rune and then over, but it worked out. Not ideal though, so make sure you're paying attention to the size of the runes and getting there on time, as that will determine win or lose in the fight most of the time. Okay, got a Vile Fiend up. Got our Felguards out on the shield. Got our interrupt done. Lined up with the angels. Damage out. Now I'm noticing I have cooldowns that are available. But I'm not very good at Demonology Warlock. I usually play Affliction or just don't play my Warlock. But this is one of the easier mage towers in general, so I figured I would do this to go ahead and get the armor set and go from there. Alright, move over to our gap and get our last rune. And we got some damage going out here. And another set of runes. After this, there's going to be a Blade Storm and a Blood of the Father. Get our Death Coil off. Get our stun. Get our last rune. That was very scary. That is a very bad overlap right there. Now, if you put your Felguard on runes here, they'll all 3 stack up. So you'll notice that we brought him over to her. Or I guess him, sorry. Got other angels. Get our imps going again. Now you'll notice I'm keeping up 2 Curse of Weaknesses and a Curse of Tongues on Runeseer. I don't know if all those curses are really required. I just did it because it's not that much extra work and the benefit is quite nice. I guarantee you the Curse of Weakness on Jarl is almost required. Okay, now we're getting down to almost the scary part of the fight where Jarl's low. They're going to start spamming their abilities here shortly. Got a Blood of the Father coming out, which we feared. Now we need to make sure our Felguard does not die. I had multiple attempts where they were low and they killed my Felguard, so we're trying to not have that happen again. Okay, we got a heal right here, so move over. Got a stun for a Blood of the Father and empowerments. Need to break this shield. He's got 6% health right now, so once this shield's broken, we should be in a pretty good spot. We got lucky with the positioning on the angels there. We're right in the gap. Okay, we use our Fellstorm right there to get some damage on that shield. Blood of the Father. Hit that with a Death Coil. And we again need to watch our pet, make sure he doesn't die. We do not have an interrupt, so we're going to pop our defensive. Now we're at the part where we need to get 4% off Sigrun, and the fight will be over. So we're going to go ahead and break this last shield and get an interrupt. And then we're just going to burn as hard as we can, and then that'll conclude the fight. Now, again, we can't skip any of the stuff. We need to make sure we do runes. We need to make sure we watch out for the angels. We need to make sure we watch our pet's health while he's tanking. And we got to make sure we interrupt every Blood of the Father or it is a wipe. The Ancestral Knowledge AoE can be survived with either a cooldown, or if you don't use a cooldown, it'll put you at about 10% health. As long as you can recover from that, you'll be fine. But ideally, we won't be taking any extra damage that we don't need to take. That's the end of the video. Thank you everybody stopping by, watching. Really appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. If you guys want to leave a comment or have any questions, feel free. You can also stop by my Twitch at twitch.tv/Calibag and ask anything there, and I'm more than happy to help you guys with whatever you have. That being said, thank you guys and have a great day.